Hey, you know, you said people aren't interested in political comedy on Thursday, Friday and Saturday nights. What night are they interested in political comedy on?
I think arts centre comedy, because, well, the solo shows for starters, people making an active choice to come and see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But also, I think that people are expecting something different in an arts centre.
Right,
They're not expecting... What I think the big mistake that a lot of comedy clubs have made in the last 10, 15 years is they've marketed them aggressively to people who want to get drunk.
Yeah, night out.
And those people, which is, there's nothing wrong with a big night out, but it means those people who aren't getting drunk feel isolated and slightly intimidated.
Yeah, and won't ever go to see comedy
and won't ever
again.
go to see comedy there
Ever
again.
again,
And it's the couples and the smaller groups that you're not seeing at the big comedy clubs anymore. And they go to the art, you know, they'll go to the quiet arts centre gig because they don't feel intimidated by the drunks around them.
Yeah, I kind of hope this programme, that this programme, in the grand scheme of television on comedy, is like a slightly under-attended Tuesday night at an arts centre.
Yeah,
that's the
nice.
best I could hope for.
Yes.
I don't know if Comedy Central agree with that.
Now that I'm in this business they call comedy, I met loads of famous people, and it's always a little bit awkward. I mean, let me tell you about my first ever stab at any kind of mainstream recognition. The pilot episode of Sky One's premier sports comedy panel show, A League of Their Own, hosted by James Corden, the man who this year beat Philip Seymour Hoffman to a Tony. Some jokes don't write themselves. Now, James, in a horrible, horrible misbooking, I got booked to be one of the laddish people on this panel. Horrible misbooking. And 2 days before recording, they ring me up to tell me who my co-sporting celebrity guest is going to be on my team. England international cricketer, Stuart Broad. Tricky. You see, I idolise Stuart Broad for 2 reasons. Number one, I love cricket, I worship cricket, and therefore idolise cricketers. In fact, I'm currently reading a brilliant book. Do get this book. Even if you don't like cricket, you'll love this book. It's an encyclopedia of Pakistani Test cricket results from 1952 to 2018. It is a superb book, £9.99 in all good bookshops, but I guarantee you'll get your money back within a week. But I don't just idolise Stuart Broad because he's an international cricketer. I idolise him because I fancy him more than life itself. Ever since his 6'6" of blonde, boyish good looks burst onto the international cricket scene, I've had what I can only describe as Stuart Broad issues. And now, on a Saturday afternoon, I'm sat next to him on a sofa in the dressing room discussing his life and his career, always thinking, Paul, keep your discipline. Do not let your dirty secret out. It will ruin the dynamic of the show. And I did keep my discipline. At one point, Stuart Broad said to me, Paul, I don't know if you remember my first game for England. What I could have said was 28th of August, 2006. It was a T20 international against Pakistan. You bowled 4 overs for 35. You took 2 wickets and 2 balls. Unlucky on missing the hat-trick. That was really unlucky. You were, as I remember, 20 years, 2 months and 4 days old, Stuart Broad. And I remember that very clearly because I looked you up that day and thought, oh, I thought he looked about 18 and a half. I could have said that. I could have said that. I didn't say that because that would have ruined the dynamic of the show. I kept my discipline. Somebody else didn't. The famous presenter of the show, James Corden, 5 minutes into the show, turned to me and said, Paul, I hear you really want to fuck Stuart Broad. Bang! There is the punch to the head. Already, I'm dazed, I'm confused. I'm thinking, no, Paul, keep yourself together. This isn't so bad, as long as people don't realise that Stuart Broad is now edging away from me. Then James Corden says, look at Stuart Broad. He's edging away from Sinha. Bang! There is a second punch. Now I'm nearly down for the count. I really am. But that wasn't the killer blow. This was the killer blow. A comedian on the other team, who I like and respect, so I'll only call John Bishop, suddenly shouts out, so Stuart, what's it like being sat next to a man who's wanked over your photos? That was the killer blow. I am now utterly down for the count. I have nothing more to say in this show, nothing whatsoever. I spent the next 3 months praying every night that this show would not get broadcast while simultaneously masturbating over photos of John Bishop in a bizarre and utterly dysfunctional form of revenge. The irony being that John Bishop already has his teeth artificially whitened, but that's not the point.